Hello and welcome to another video. I'm super excited because today we're doing the App Store optimization course. Let's not waste any time and jump straight into it. The promise of this video is that I'm going to show you everything. I'll show you how we started a new app studio just 12 months ago. We are only 2 people. I do all the design. My partner does all the coding. We've reached 1,000 paying app subscribers in our portfolio. We've only worked for a few weeks, so neither of us are doing this full time. We're doing no ads, no marketing, no social media, none of that stuff. And we have no venture capital and no investments at all. Basically, this is the active subscriptions. As you can see, we launched March 14th last year, and there's a number of active paying subscribers in our portfolio. And we've crossed 1,000 in May, actually, and it keeps growing. Again, no ads, no marketing. And today I'm going to share with you exactly how we did it. So the outline for the course today is I'll show you an example from last week, actually. We just launched a new app last week. I'll show you how that's going. I'll show you an example of one of my students, which I'm super proud of and excited to share with you. I'll tell you what the problem is. 99% of developers don't make any money. They don't have any installs and they struggle. 99% of all companies on the App Store are not doing well. But there's 1% that are thriving. So I'll show you what the problem is and then the solution, which I discovered, and I call it the trending keyword method. I'll show you the exact how-to. So how do we actually implement this trending keywords? I'll show you the process of the way we build the products. I'll show you the hack, how you can get thousands of installs right after you launch. And I'll show you the easiest ASO you've ever seen in your life. I'm super excited for that. Let's waste no more time and dive straight in with my first example. Last week, we've just launched a new app. You see, we launched it on June 6th. It's June 10th now, so it's been 4 days. We launched the app. Again, no marketing. And I'll explain how we did everything, but I just want to show you the example. The keyword ranking was number 35. You can see number 35. So when people look up this keyword on the App Store, we are 35th. So that's not a very good ranking, but it's very normal for new apps. And then immediately we jumped up to 11 on the next day, then 10, and now we're 3 yesterday and today 3. And I assume we're going to continue and be number 1 in the next couple of days. No marketing, no ads. The app took us less than a week to build, and I'll show you exactly how we do that as well. Here is the App Store, and you can see we launched the app. It's getting no impressions. And then within the first couple of days, 1,000 impressions, meaning 1,000 people have seen the App Store page. 2,000 and 3,000 on June 8th, and these will keep going up. And when we look at the number of new customers coming in, it is the same again. We launched and just keeps going up. Now we're getting about almost 100 installs per day. No marketing. So this is my promise to you. One example of a very recent app from last week. And I'm super excited about that one. And let me show you the example of one of my students. So I have a school community it's called App Success, school.com/app success. You can join the community. This is a paid community because we're all active builders. We take this very seriously. And here, a student of mine just shared his story, and I'm gonna blur out his name and the keyword and his company to protect his safety and privacy. But basically he said he got really excited about the things he's learned and immediately started working on a new app. And the results of the new app is he just launched it. And you can see on June 8th when he launched, his keyword rank was number 160. So this is pretty low, but again, it's common for new apps. And immediately, the second day, he was number 13. He went down a little bit to number 22, and he's going to continue going up and down. And we're going to make sure, I'm going to work with him on the ASO and make sure that he gets eventually to number 1 over the next couple of days and next couple of weeks. But this type of growth is almost unheard of in the modern App Store optimization era. This is all thanks to the method of the trending keywords, which I'm super excited to share with you. So the problem is that on the App Store, 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, the biggest problem was the technical difficulty of building an app. It took some months and sometimes even years to build an app. But every single month, it becomes easier and easier and easier to build apps. And now the biggest problem isn't building. It takes us a few days to build an app. You can do it with AI. You can do it even with no code. That's not a problem. The problem is standing out and differentiating. Back in the day, we had SEO. So that's the search engine optimization. And a lot of people came from SEO and applied the same methods to ASO. But that doesn't work. It's like stuff like keyword stuffing and some of these old school methods that simply don't work anymore. If you do that, you're not going to get any traction because there's thousands of apps being published every single day. So that is the problem. The solution is the trending keyword method. This is how we managed to get more than 1,000 paying subscribers in just a few weeks of work. And the beautiful thing, like I said, we have about 12, 13 apps. Every single app got installs. Every single app made money. It's a question of how much. We have a few that are a lot more popular than others. About 3 apps out of the 13 are really the provide about 80% of all our revenue, but they all provide some revenue. So you need to completely change the way you think about launching apps. And if you do it, this is the result. Every single day, every single week, there are hundreds of keywords on the App Store. They have high search volume and low competition. This is the key. High search volume, low competition. Now, of course, you might think this makes sense. It's basic supply and demand. We abide by these laws in every other industry, but not on the App Store for some reason. And if you look for a keyword, let's say the keyword like meditation, of course it has a high search volume, and I can't spell. Of course it has a high search volume, but it's been high search volume for many, many years. So there's a lot of competition. The competition is very high. What we need to do is to find new keywords, which means keywords that were not popular before and are trending upwards. They're becoming popular. And at this moment, as they're becoming popular, there is still no competition. We can build an app and launch it. We rank number 1 because there's no competition. And as the keyword scales, we scale with it, we grow with it, and we can generate revenue. This is how it works. This is the very simplified way of saying it. But this is the basis of this entire method. If you understand this simple thing, you will understand how the App Store works. This is all the videos and courses and everything is basically pointing in this direction. So you might say, okay, this sounds great. I understand. I have to find a keyword that is high search volume, low competition. But how do you actually do that? Well, that is a very good question. So there is a lot of tools and different ways to do about this. My favorite one is called App Tweak, and I'll show you later how we use it. It's one software. There's a lot of different App Store optimization softwares. There is Sensor Tower, there's App Annie, there's a ton of them. I personally love App Tweak. In full disclosure, I work with them, so I have there is a coupon code. If you put in Darius10, you'll get a discount. But the reason why I work with them is because they were the best, and I have been working with them since the beginning. So that's one method. You can also use Google Trends. You can use Amazon Trends, and there's a lot of different ways to do it. One thing that we do in our community, so the actual how-to, is we do live keyword hunts. And in calendar, you can see every week we do an event where together we go do a live keyword hunt. So we look for keywords that are trending. And the examples I showed you earlier all came out of these live keyword hunting or keyword research sessions that we do. The App Tweak tool is paid. There's a subscription, so you have to pay for that. But if you join me, I share my screen, we go through the keywords and I share everything openly. Just know there are hundreds of keywords that are popping up on the App Store every single day in every country. So this is how it works. This is the how-to, I should say. Now, something I want to show you is that speed is key. The speed of development is everything. If you find a trending keywords and it takes you 6 months to launch an app, somebody's going to build an app before you quicker. It'll be too late. Basically, you want to go fast. It takes us on average about 1 week to build an app. Me and my partner, again, I do all the design. He writes all the code. We have good quality. It's not amazing, but it's good quality. And I don't want to focus on MVPs. People talk about MVPs, but still they overload the products with too many features. They spend too much time. The only idea at the beginning is to validate the keyword. So you want to validate. So I don't even think of it as a product. I think of it as I'm sending out a tiny product. I'm sending out a probe to find out, to validate if the keyword is right. We want to validate if we can rank, validate if we get installs, validate if we can get revenue. So this is, I'm going to show you how we do it exactly. So as I said, on average, it takes us 1 week. When we started, it took us probably a month, but now we're down to a week. With AI and all the other tools, it's a matter of a couple of days eventually. So actually one of the last few apps we built took us about 3 days from idea to submitted app to the App Store. So let me share my screen here, my design screen. I'm using Figma to do all the designs myself. And here is an example of an app. So we did a plant tracker app. You know, one of those apps where you can scan your plant, it finds what type of plant it is. And then, well, this one was like a funny app because you can choose a personality, and then the personality basically talks to you and blah, blah, blah. But the essential idea is you scan a plant, shows you what kind of a plant it is, and it gives you suggestions how to water it, how to take care of it, blah, blah. That was the idea. So we built this app. This one took us about 2 weeks because we spent a lot of time on building a pretty complex app, more than usual. But then we found another keyword and we wanted to build another type of scanner app, a product, an app that will scan skincare products for ingredients and shows you what is good for your specific type of skin. So we took the same idea of a scanner with the same design, we copy pasted, and you can see built basically the exactly same product. It's essentially the same thing. It just has a different technology behind it, obviously, and different text, but it's the same design and same code to build the design. So this one took us less than a week to build. And then we had another one for another type of scanner, but this was a hair product scanner, not skincare scanner. And again, this app took us probably 2 days. And as you can see, it's pretty much an exact replica. It has a different purpose, different text, different AI behind it, different technology, but the design and the code are pretty much the same. So this is how you can speed up the process significantly. That's what we do. And now I want to show you one very cool hack. So in the school community, we also have a classroom where I publish courses. And here I wrote an article about a way that we launched an app and we got 8,861 installs in 1 day for free. Now, first of all, I want to share credit because Steve Young from App Masters was the first one to share this. I learned this hack from him. So go check out his YouTube channel. Steve is amazing. I highly recommend that you subscribe and check out his videos as well. We had an app called Shadow Work Journal. We launched the app and this is what it looks like. We launched it, got a couple of installs here and there, and then 8,000 installs in 1 day. So the way this is done is by creating what we call an app advice campaign. So app advice is a website like this that talks about different apps. So people go and check out recommendations for the top apps for any kind and any category. Here, they have a section called Apps Gone Free, and they highlight the top every day. There's a number of apps they share here that are free. What you can do is you can submit your app in here. So you can apply, you can submit the app, you can get featured as number 1, and then you get thousands of installs. So in the community, we were talking about the hack, and one of my students said, once you got 45,000 installs over 2-3 days using the same exact strategy, again, I'm protecting his privacy and blurring out all of these information. But this is what people are getting, thousands of installs. We got 8,000, but you can actually go much higher and get 40,000+. It helped us to skyrocket the ranking of this app, the keyword rank, from the very first day. And actually, I can show you that. This is the app. It's called Shadow Work Journal. You can see we launched the app, we launched the campaign, and we went from ranking 84, bam, to number 3. And we essentially stayed there the entire time. You can see we made a couple of app updates, but the last one was in August last year, so almost a year ago. And we're still ranking, and today we're ranking number 2. One simple strategy skyrockets your ranking all the way to the top, and you stay there. Of course, your app has to be good for you to stay there, but this is the essential strategy. This is an App Store optimization course, and when everybody thinks about App Store optimization, they think about metadata. So how does this actually apply? How do you make this work in real life? Let's take the example of the Shadow Work Journal. This was the app that went up in traffic. So the only traditional ASO that we did, let me show you our App Store Connect. Here's the app. We put the keyword Shadow Work Journal in the title. That's the only thing we did. We found the keyword Shadow Work Journal. I saw that it was trending, and then we make the app, we put it here, and that's it. It's literally the only ASO we did. Of course, we have a subtitle, and here you can see we have screenshots and all this stuff, but none of this is really important for ranking. We only care about this one keyword All of these other keywords are just a distraction. What we want is we want to be number one for one keyword. And that's what brings all of the revenue in this type of strategy of the trending keyword method. So all of the very hacky strategies and all the things that people are trying to do are just solutions to a problem. The fact that the main keyword they're going for, number one, they don't even know what's the main keyword. Most people build an app, they have an idea. Let's say an idea for a stretching app. So you build a stretching app, and then as an aftermath, as a second thought, you only start looking for keywords. Maybe I should do some marketing, do some ASO, do some ads, do some social media. And all of these are kind of afterthoughts after you build the product. No, you need to completely reverse your entire psychology. You need to start building apps on keywords, not on your ideas. Actually use data to know what to build. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is the App Store optimization course. If you like it, please like and subscribe. It helps to grow the channel.